We are down to the closing stages of the Premier League, match day 36 to be precise, and that alone tells you the story that the season is more or less coming to an end. Regardless, there's still a lot of football to be played, if you want to call it that, and we take a look at what we think would happen in the coming round of fixtures. Victor, we're starting with Brighton, who suffered a shock loss to Newcastle last time out. Do you think they would surely return to winning ways against Wolves?
I mean, yeah, that was a kick in the teeth against Newcastle, but I don't think Wolves stand a chance in this one. In the last 5 home games, Brighton have beaten Liverpool, Chelsea, and Forest. All of those sides are miles away from Wolves. Okay, maybe Chelsea are on a similar level, but still. No, I expect a convincing win from Brighton here. It's a great opportunity for them to get away a bit from Brentford and Bournemouth in the race for Europe. Those guys have much tougher games this weekend and maybe even build their goal difference a little bit.
Yeah, interesting. And then, Max, over to you. We're talking about Fulham. Fulham will be looking to make their strong home record count if they are to keep their slim hopes of Europe alive as they host a Bournemouth side that are front runners for sixth place. In your opinion, how do you see this game going?
Well, I'd say this is one of the toughest games to predict this week because both teams really need this win, and also the fact that both doing decent at home for Fulham and on the road for Bournemouth. It kind of feels like we're gonna see a lot of goals, but still, I feel like Bournemouth is slight favorites for me because Fulham wasn't that stable recently. For example, they lost to Southampton and West Ham at home, which is probably unacceptable for them if they still hope for the Europe. While Bournemouth is unbeaten, they're doing decent both defense-wise and attack-wise. So I'd probably say Bournemouth is a slight favorite for me here. Honestly, this game can go all three directions. Either Fulham win, Bournemouth wins, or draw, so it has to be a decent game to watch at least.
Yeah, fair enough. And then back to you, Victor. After securing Champions League football for next season, are you backing Manchester United to steal an easy win against a Sunderland side that has not been their best of late?
I don't know about easy, but yeah, Sunderland's home form has fallen off a cliff lately. Actually, in the last 5 games at the Stadium of Light, they've only beaten Spurs. They lost all the other 4. It'll probably be a tense one, this against United. I don't think there will be a lot of goals in it. The main focus here will be on the fact that this is one of the last dress rehearsals for Carrick, who must be thinking at this point that he's the main candidate for the permanent job. I would say this one ends either in a draw or a narrow win for United with a Fergie time goal.
Yeah, right. And let's go over to United neighbours who are still in the title race. Max, the result between Manchester City and Brentford could have a massive, massive impact on the title race, especially because City play before Arsenal take on West Ham. However, are you backing City to make a statement win here, or do you think there is a potential upset on the cards?
I mean, there is a chance for the upset, but I mean, City have to win this and have to win this massively because now their goal difference is far from being good at all after that game, and also the fact that Arsenal scored 3 against Fulham. And also, if you look at Brentford, they're not that solid recently. Honestly, they lost to United, draw with Leeds, even lost, but technically it was a draw against West Ham and draw against Bournemouth, so it doesn't seem that they can win something against Man City, but we also thought the same about the game against Everton. So it might be an upset for Man City, but I feel like this game is probably going to be like at least 2 or 3 goals from Man City, and I don't see Brentford doing the same. So I guess City is winning, but it won't be that easy as everybody's expecting.
We'll have to wait and see. And then back to you, Victor. Despite losing their last 2 league games, Aston Villa are still on course for a top 5 finish. Or do you see them returning to winning ways against Burnley?
They're going to be the butt of many jokes if they don't. We're recording this before the second leg of the Europa League semi-final against Forest, but I think even if Villa get knocked out and are low on morale, Burnley are just terrible. I don't think there can be an excuse for not beating them. Emery will also want to make sure that that top 5 spot is secure as soon as possible, and the first step is winning this fixture.
Yeah, well said, well said. There's a lot to look out for, the title race, the race for top 6, the relegation battle. But we still have more games taking place in this match day, and we'll be doing justice to those games in another video. So stay tuned.